ప్రింట్ తీసేవరా? మీకు కూడా పంపిస్తున్నా, ప్రింట్ కొట్టరా?
ఇది ఒక్కసారి మనము షేర్ చేసి చూద్దాం.
ఓకే సార్. పోస్ట్ చేశాను సార్. పోస్ట్ చేశాను.
ఒక్క నిమిషం షేర్ అన్నాను. అక్కడ షేర్ చేసినాక సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి కదా. కాదు, లాంచింగ్ మీటింగ్ వచ్చింది.
చేయండి.
ఓకే, మళ్ళీ స్క్రీన్ వచ్చింది. ఇప్పుడు యువర్ స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ అన్నాడు, కానీ మరి నేను ఇది సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి కదా.
అవును సార్.
అది ఎక్కడ వెళ్ళాలి
సార్? మీకు స్క్రీన్ కనబడుతుందా?
పోస్ట్ టూల్స్ లోనా?
లాంచ్ మీటింగ్ అని ఉంది. లాంచ్ మీటింగ్ అని పడ్డది.
వచ్చే కదా నీ దగ్గరికి. ఆల్రెడీ ఆయనకు వాళ్ళు కనెక్ట్ అయ్యారు కదా ఇద్దరు.
అవును సార్.
ఇప్పుడు నీది కూడా వచ్చింది. ఇప్పుడు షేర్ చేయటానికి ఫైల్ షేర్ చేయాలి కదా. వ్యూనా?
అవును సార్.
వ్యూ కాదు, రత్నం అడుగు.
బయటికి వెళ్ళి
సార్ గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ సార్.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ శ్రీకాంత్ గారు.
సార్ గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ సార్.
గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్. ఇప్పుడు ఇది షేరింగ్ ఉంది కదా.
సార్
షేర్ లో పార్టిసిపెంట్ కెన్ షేర్ అట్ ఎనీ టైం, మల్టిపుల్ పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ కెన్ షేర్ సమ్. అది ఇప్పుడు నేను టెస్ట్ చేయాలి. యువర్ స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ అన్నాడు కానీ బట్ అది నేను ఫైల్ ఎట్లా సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలా? డెస్క్టాప్ లో ఉంది.
ఇప్పుడు షేర్ అని వస్తలేదా సార్ మీకు? షేర్ ఆప్షన్ మీద క్లిక్ చేస్తే
షేర్ ఆప్షన్ లో ఫైల్ రావాలి కదా.
ఒక్క నిమిషం సార్. ఇప్పుడు షేర్ అని కొట్టిన తర్వాత ఫస్ట్ ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ కొట్టండి సార్. ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ కొట్టిలా? ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ అని ఉన్నది చూడండి. షేర్ కొట్టినాక
ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ ఏం లేదు ఇక్కడ దీంట్లో.
షేర్ కొట్టిన తర్వాత
షేర్ కొట్టినాక ఓన్లీ పక్కన స్టాప్ షేర్ అని వచ్చింది.
ఇప్పుడు షేర్ అని కొడితే స్క్రీన్, డాక్యుమెంట్స్, అడ్వాన్స్డ్ అని, తర్వాత ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్, అప్లికేషన్, విండోస్ అని ఉంటాయి సార్.
ఇంతకుముందు కూడా చేశాను నేను, ఇవాళ రాలేదు అని అడుగుతున్నా అందుకని.
అదే అదే చాలా
బ్రౌజర్ కనబడుతుంది సార్. యూజీ బ్రౌజర్ ఉంటది కదా సార్, మీ మెయిల్ ఓపెన్ చేసింది.
బ్రౌజరా?
అంటే అది మీరు మెయిల్ ఓపెన్ చేసి కదా సార్, జూమ్ అని లాంచ్ మీటింగ్ అని కనబడుతుంది మాకు ఇక్కడ.
లాంచ్ మీదకి వెళ్ళాలా? బయటికి వెళ్ళి రావాలి అయితే.
అవును సార్.
స్టాప్ షేరింగ్ స్టాప్ అయ్యాను. అది కాదు ఇప్పుడు.
సందీప్ అది ప్రింట్ ఇవ్వరా? స్టార్ట్ అయింది మీటింగ్.
సార్ గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ రామారావు గారు.
సార్ గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ సార్.
గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ శ్రీకాంత్ సార్. బ్రహ్మారెడ్డి గారికి.
కుమార్ సార్. రమ మోహన్ సార్ నమస్తే.
నమస్తే నమస్తే శ్రీకాంత్ గారు.
నమస్తే నమస్తే అండి అందరు.
నమస్తే.
కాదు, ఇప్పుడు షేర్ చేయాలి కదా.
షేర్ స్క్రీన్
సార్.
అనుకుంటారు.
షేర్ షేర్ అని ఉంది ఇక్కడ. షేర్ ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీను ఫైలు సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి కదా భయ్యా బాబు.
నిమిషం ఆగండి సార్, నేను రాయడం సార్ ఫోన్ చేస్తాను.
సార్ ఒకసారి మీ ఫైల్ నాకు వాట్సాప్ చేస్తారా?
నేను పంపించిన మీకు మెయిల్లో పెడతాను.
వాట్సాప్ ఓకే, మెయిల్ అయినా పర్వాలేదు, వాట్సాప్ అయినా పర్వాలేదు.
వాట్సాప్లో లేదు, మెయిల్లో ఉంది.
మెయిల్ చేయండి.
ఆ, కాదు, నేను షేర్ చేస్తే నాకు మూమెంట్ బాగుంటది. అర్థమైందా మీకు శ్రీకాంత్?
అదే అదే, మీరు నెక్స్ట్ అన్నప్పుడు నేను ప్రెస్ చేస్తా. అంటే మీకు మీ దగ్గర పాసిబుల్ కానప్పుడే నేను ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఆపరేట్ చేస్తాను.
ఇది అవుతుంది, ఎందుకు అవ్వదు మామూలుగా. ఇది ఎప్పుడైనా దీనికి ఇంత ముందు కూడా చేశాం కదా.
సేఫ్ సైడ్ గా ఒకసారి అయితే పంపేయండి సార్.
అడ్వాన్స్ ఇప్పుడు షేర్ దగ్గర కొడతానండి.
ఆ.
1 పార్టిసిపెంట్ మల్టిపుల్ పార్టిసిపెంట్ అడ్వాన్స్ షేరింగ్ అని ఉంది. ఫైల్ సెలెక్ట్ ఉండాలి కదా.
అవును.
అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఆప్షన్లో హౌ మెనీ పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ కెన్ షేర్, హూ కెన్ స్టార్ట్ షేరింగ్ వెన్ సమ్వన్ ఎల్స్ ఈజ్ షేరింగ్.
సార్ అయితే పంపేయండి సార్, ఒకసారి చూద్దాం.
పంపిస్తాను. చెప్పండి మీరు. శ్రీనివాస్.
సార్ మిమ్మల్ని కాల్ చేశాను, అయితే షేర్ స్క్రీన్ లోనే డిస్ప్లే చూపిస్తాను సార్ మొత్తం. షేర్ స్క్రీన్ ఉంది కదా సార్,
అవును.
అలా మొత్తం డాక్యుమెంట్ చూపిస్తుందంట. ఇది డిస్ప్లే చూపిస్తుంది, షేర్ స్క్రీన్ డిస్ప్లే
దాంట్లోనే చూపిస్తుందా?
ఒకటి ఉంటుంది కదా సార్, ఇట్లా
కాదు,
డిస్ప్లే అది.
మీద ఉంది. అయ్యే అంటే మీరు వచ్చిందా?
అవును, ఇది కాదు.
కాదు, ఫైల్ షేరింగ్ అడిగింది. దీంట్లో ఫైల్ షేరింగ్ అని అడగట్లేదు.
సార్
ఆ ఫైల్ ఏదో ఉందో అది షేర్ అవ్వాలి కదా. శ్రీకాంత్, హలో.
సార్ సార్ చెప్పండి.
నాకు మెయిల్ ఉంది కదా నీది. నీది స్టార్టింగ్ ఏంది? మెయిల్ స్టార్టింగ్ ఏంటి నీది?
బి శ్రీకాంత్ అని ఉంటుంది సార్. బి శ్రీకాంత్.
బిఎస్ఆర్ఐ ఉందిలే, ఫోటో కూడా వచ్చి పంపించాను చూడండి. మెయిల్కి వచ్చిందా? హలో, హలో శ్రీకాంత్.
చూస్తున్నా సార్, ఒక్క నిమిషం సార్.
ఎందుకు ఇంత కాంప్లికేట్ అయింది నాకు అర్థం కాదు. అతను షేరింగ్ ఇవ్వాలి నాకు. నమస్తే సార్ రామ్మోహన్ గారు.
నమస్తే సార్, నమస్తే. స్టార్టింగ్ చెప్పారు సార్, గెటింగ్ కూడా మీకు కొంచెం వాయిస్ డిస్టర్బెన్స్ లో ఉంది సార్ ఇప్పుడు.
ఓకే. బ్యాండ్ పెడితే ఇది లోన్ అవుతుంది
సార్.
అది ఒకసారి ఓపెన్ చేయి, వేరే దాంట్లో లాగిన్ గా. వేరే విండో ఓపెన్ చేయి, వాట్సాప్ విండో ఓపెన్ చేయి. వాట్సాప్ వచ్చిందా? స్టక్ అయిపోయింది. ఇది ఒకసారి సరే సరే. ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నదని ఇటు వచ్చింది.
మీరు సరిది అట్లా ట్రై చేస్తున్నారా షేరింగ్?
ఇక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది సార్, నా దాంట్లో కూడా.
నా దగ్గరే అవ్వాలి యాక్చువల్ గా. వీళ్ళు కావాలని లేడం.
స్లోగా ఉన్నదా?
అది షేర్ అవ్వట్లేదండి. ఒకసారి చూడండి, శ్రీనివాస్ చేయలేకపోతున్నాడు.
బయటకు వచ్చాను, చెక్ వచ్చాను సార్.
కాదు ఇప్పుడు కాదు, మీరు ఎక్కడన్నా వెళ్ళండి. కానీ ఇప్పుడు స్క్రీన్ ఓపెన్ చేశాను, షేర్ కొట్టినాక ఏం కొట్టాలి?
షేర్ అనుకున్నాక మీ డెస్క్టాప్ పెట్టి వచ్చేయండి సార్. అక్కడ కనపడుతుందేమో, 4 స్క్రీన్ కనపడతా ఉంటాయి మీకు పైన. షేర్ అన్నాక ఒక మెనూ ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది.
ఏముంది ఇక్కడ? ఏం లేదు, ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్.
ఆ ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ మీద క్లిక్ చేయండి, డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేయండి.
క్లిక్ చేశాను, జూమ్ అని వచ్చింది. మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు ఫైల్ ఎట్లా తేవాలి ఇక్కడికి?
అక్కడ మీ సిస్టమ్ లో ఎక్కడ ఉందో చూడండి సార్. మీ సిస్టమ్ లో ఎక్కడ ఉంది?
డెస్క్టాప్ మీద ఉంది.
అది డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేయండి దాన్ని.
డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేశాను, ఏం రాలేదు. కాపీ లింక్ అయ్యని వచ్చింది. డబుల్ క్లిక్ అంటే రైటా లెఫ్టా?
లెఫ్టే. ఆ పీపీటీ మీద డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేయండి.
పీపీటీ రాలేదండి, జూమ్ అని ఓపెన్ అయ్యింది.
జూమ్ పక్కనే మీకు పైన 2 ఇవి కనబడతాయి సార్. ఒకటి జూమ్, దాని ముందు కూడా కనబడుతుంది చూడండి.
పైది లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ టాపా?
ఆ, రెండో స్క్రీన్ లో ఉన్నారు, ఫస్ట్ స్క్రీన్ లోకి వెళ్ళాలి.
ఆ?
రెండో స్క్రీన్ లో ఉన్నారు, అది పైన మీకు 2 మెనూలు ఓపెన్ అయిపోయాయి. ఒకటి జూమును, ఒకటి ఏమో మీ పిపిటి ఉంటది.
పీపీటీ ఇది రాలేదు దీంట్లోకి, మరి ఎక్కడ వచ్చింది
అది
అది?
మినిమైజ్ చేయండి చాటు.
ఏది?
ఇది జూమ్ అని ఉన్నది, మినిమైజ్ అని ఉంటది కదా, మినిమైజ్ బటన్ నొక్కితే కింద దిగిపోతుంది, మీ ఒరిజినల్ స్క్రీన్ కనపడుతుంది.
ఇప్పుడు అది అది మినిమైజ్ చేసా, దీన్ని
మీ
సెలెక్ట్
original
చేయాలి. ఇది సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నా ఇప్పుడు.
ఆ, ఆ.
ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు వచ్చిందా?
వచ్చింది సార్.
శ్రీకాంత్ వచ్చిందా?
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే.
మనము ఆ స్క్రీన్ ని మినిమైజ్ చేయట్లేదు. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి.
సార్ ఇట్ ఆడిబుల్ అండ్ విజిబుల్ సార్.
ఇది ఆడిబుల్ విజిబుల్
సార్ ఏసీ కావాలి సార్.
Chargeable
నేను కూడా మొత్తం తలుపు పాడైపోయింది, ఏసీ అంతా పోతుంది. వద్దు టీ చెప్పాలి, సార్ చెప్పాలి. సార్ పెద్ద సార్ కూడా వచ్చిరని చెప్పారు, నేను ఒక్కడిని అనుకుంటుందా.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే సార్, షల్ వి స్టార్ట్ సార్? బ్రహ్మారెడ్డి సార్.
ఎన్ని ప్రింట్లు? ప్రింట్స్ ఎన్ని? అద్దా కొన్ని తర్వాత తీసుకోండి. చాలా స్లో ఉన్నాయి. తర్వాత తీసుకోండి.
కాదండి, మీ స్టూడెంట్స్ రాలేదా శ్రీకాంత్ గారు? శ్రీకాంత్,
సార్ చెప్పండి.
మీ స్టూడెంట్స్ జాయిన్ గారా?
జాయిన్ అవుతారు సార్, జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు.
మరి ఓన్లీ 13 మంది ఉన్నారు
అదే
పైన
అదే
అంటే.
చెప్పాను సార్, జాయిన్ కమ్మని చెప్పాను.
ఉమ్,
అందరు జాయిన్ అవుతారు సార్.
ఉమ్. మళ్ళీ లేట్ అవుతుంది మనకి నెక్స్ట్ మళ్ళీ తెలంగాణ స్టేట్ సెంటర్ కూడా ఉంది కదా.
సార్ ఏదో లింక్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది అంటున్నారు సార్.
ఏం ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది?
లింక్ చాలా మంది అదే కంప్లైంట్ ఇస్తున్నారు, లింక్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది అంటున్నారు.
మరి వీళ్ళు మల్టిపుల్ లింక్ ఇచ్చారేమో కలిపి.
ఆ,
సార్ ఈ కర్ణకుమార్ సార్ స్టేటస్ పెట్టిన లింక్ నుంచి వస్తుంది సార్.
ఉమ్?
సార్ లింక్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటే నెంబర్ తో ఐడితో జాయిన్ అవ్వమనండి సార్.
ఆ,
ఐడి
ఐడి ఉంటుంది కదా.
ఒక లింక్ బదులు ఒక లింక్ 3 లింకులు ఉన్నాయి కదా,
కరెక్ట్, ఐడితో జాయిన్ కావాలి. కరెక్ట్.
ఐడితో జాయిన్ అవ్వమనండి.
ఐడితో అవ్వట్లేదు సార్.
జూమ్ యాప్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోకపోతే అవ్వదు. అలాంటప్పుడు ఐడితో
అదే 3:30 లింక్ లో జాయిన్ అవ్వమనండి. ఎందుకంటే 5 o'clock లింక్ ఒకటి ఉంది, అది కానీ క్లిక్ చేస్తున్నారేమో.
మేబీ నేను మీటింగ్ లో ఉన్నాను. అర్జెంట్.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఓవర్ అయిపోయినాయి.
అదే సార్ కూర్చుంటే ప్రాజెక్ట్ చాలా మంది మీరు ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేశారా లేదా అని అడుగుతున్నారు. నిన్న ఈవినింగ్ కూడా ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేశారు, గ్రూప్ లో మెసేజ్ పెట్టారు. నార్మల్ గా కట్టారు కదా, విత్ ఫైన్ కలర్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు కడతారు. మనకి ఎందుకు చెప్పండి.
హలో
పోయిరా పో. లేదు లైటర్ లేదు. లేదురా బిడ్డ మీద.
మంజునాథ్
లేదురా అవపడుతుంది.
మంజునాథ్ మ్యూట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్.
పనిలో ఉన్నా.
మంజునాథ్
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ రమణ నాయక్ సార్.
Sir, shall we start?
Sir, we are ready. Actually, if Brahmareddy sir is ready, we can start, sir.
Okay, sir. Brahmareddy sir.
Ready, only yours is delay.
Rammohan sir, start. Sir.
Okay, sir. Actually, the voice disturbance on the link I had to join out line చెప్పి sir. Okay. Good evening to all of you.
With Professor
Okay,
Ramana Naik 30.
Sir,
You can start now.
Okay, sir. Good evening to all of you, sir. I am cordially welcoming for this webinar on National Safety Day with the theme of safety and well-being crucial for Viksit Bharat, and on the topic of transformative role of 5G technology enhancing digital safety in India. For this webinar, I am welcoming our chief guest, Sri Engineer B. Brahmareddy sir, FIE, immediate past chairman, IITSC, former SDG, IEI. I also welcoming Sri Ramana, Dr. Ramana Naik sir, past chairman IITSC. I am welcoming chairman IITSC, honorary secretary IITSC, and I am also welcoming Engineer Dr. B. Srikanth, Honorary Secretary IA Kottagudem Local Center, and Engineer B. Karuna Kumar, Joint Honorary Secretary IA KLC and convener for this event. And I am also welcoming all the participants of this webinar. On behalf of Institute of Engineers Kottagudem Local Center, I am thanking Sri Engineer B. Brahma Reddy sir for being chief guest for this function, and I am requesting to begin the webinar. Thank you, sir. Thanking you.
Okay, let me introduce our today's chief guest. It is my privilege to introduce Engineer Brahma Reddy as today's webinar chief guest for this webinar. Engineer Brahma Reddy Garu graduated in 1984 from the Institute of Engineers, India in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering branch. He did MTech in Microwave Engineering from Allahabad Central University, PG Diploma in Computer Science from Hyderabad Central University, and also hold professional qualifications like CA, IIB, and MBA, Banking and Finance. He served in Indian Air Force for 1.5 decades in radar system and missile. He was the member of the IAF technical team to Radar Innovation Center. He served as a vice president in Toshiba America MRI Incorporation, San Francisco, USA. I welcome Brahma Reddy sir to deliver his valuable webinar today. I hope all the participants will utilize this webinar for their future purpose. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you. So, Srikanth Garu, for your nice introduction. Whether you are presenting or I am presenting, my slide is not moving.
I think you are presenting, sir.
Then my slide is not moving. Okay. Okay, once again, good evening to everybody who is on the online. Also, the chairman of the
very good evening, sir.
Center.
Brahma sir, very good evening. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening. Engineer Ram Mohan Garu and the Honorary Secretary Srikanth Garu. Actually, already we have lost around 20 minutes. I would like to cover that 20 minutes time. So, kindly take my greetings, every one of you who are on the line, who is participating. And today's topic is National Safety and the eve of National Safety Day. Actual theme by the official theme is the safety and well-being crucial for Vikasit Bharat. And Vikasit Bharat is nothing, is a vision for the developed India. The topic is, as now 5G technology is one of the most promising emerging technology, along with artificial intelligence and IoT and blockchain and other associated technologies. So I thought it is the right time to take a topic on the 5G technology, which also is very, very important in terms of providing a safety, as the entire India is going to be digitalization. Another few years, you will not have any cash and everything will be cashless transactions. So in view of that, this communication of 5G, the 5th generation communication is very, very vital in terms of even the financial transaction, in addition to all other even industries, also autonomous driving, all those things. So what is 5G technology? Actually, up to one first generation to fourth generation, they are one technology. That means just something is transmitted, something is signal is received. There's one way only transaction. But the 5G is a multiple inputs and multiple outputs. Now, multiple signals are transmitted at a time, multiple is received at a time. That's why it is not a single technology, it's an amalgamation of various technologies to form a new kind of network that is going to be virtually connect everybody and everything together, including machines, objects, devices, and make a beautiful performance of the any device you take. And unlike 4G, it has got no uniform network. It's a group of whole set of new networks put together for different applications. And the one major difference, of course, there are a lot many differences between 4G and 5G, but the major difference is the 4G would say small one known as the network slicing. And because of this technology, and whenever, because when there was a tower in the 4G, you must see now there are two towers, as one is 4G left side and right, my right side is fifth generation towers. Here, the fifth generation is a lot many small base stations are there, which needs very less voltage or energy. And for 4G was drawing more. So that is the one thing. Now in the 4G, once the power is drawn, that's all the energy goes waste into the space, and whether you use it or not. But in 5G, it is supplying and switch over from low power mode to the higher power mode. If it is required, it will supply higher power mode. That is like you're doing a video streaming, then you need more power to draw and download those things. It will go to, otherwise, if there is no download, only simple transmission of data, then it will be in low power mode. That is an advantage. That's why the efficiency of this 5G technology is 99.999%. Yeah. Next is evaluation. How it evaluated from the 1980s to till date. We have seen in 1980s, small instrument with protruding more than a kg weight. One antenna was protruding like one rod. That was the only simple telephone. So only analog voice, what you talk is received other side what is talked you can receive. That's the only, that means you contact was only from human to human, and there was no other function it can happen. But with the development of network into the second generation in 1990s, it was all the digital analog this thing instruments are converted into digital instruments, and digital voice was possible. And with 2G, digital voice was possible, and low speed data and small text, small 2-3 words of this thing could be. We could do it some small text. That was in 1990 second generation. And third generation, we came, the mobile started in the year 2000 onwards. And you have seen that you are able to download small text only in kilobytes. If anything is beyond some kilobytes, you have to break that thing and send so many times. So that speed of the data, it was, of course, high speed, but the speed of the internet was not sufficient to send the larger volume of the data. And when the next generation comes, fourth generation, the 3G is better 3G and also faster. And you have seen in the down, you see the wireless evaluation, along with how this wireless also evaluated. In first generation, only 14.4 kilobytes per second could be transmitted. And when it comes to second generation in the 1990s, we are able to send 500 megabits per second. That is 0.5 megahertz means 500 kilobits per second. Then when you come to third generation, it is 5 to 15 megabits per second was possible. That was the mobile data. And then 2010 when came the mobile internet has been launched, and the apps were also launched because of the fourth generation. Its efficiency increased, the speed of the net is increased from 100 megabytes to 1 gigahertz per second. And now the present one, which we are living is the fifth generation. That is started from, of course, it launched in 2019, but India, it came in 2022. And what is its major thing is the IoT expansion. Earlier, IoT was only thing. Now you can find even 5G. Now TV also is connected. Your OTT is connected, means Wi-Fi, TV, and OTT. All this was not possible. Earlier, you used to take a cable and somebody else is to transmit from through cable, and we used to put a cable and see the movie. But now it is not the case. Through Wi-Fi connected to your TV, and from TV directly OTT is connected. You can see this. Even so many are having new TVs are all that is connected with 5G. So it is also possible to connect many devices, large number of devices. And what is the need for 5G technology? We were doing very good. The 4G was really one of the fantastic technology, fourth generation technology, and it was good other than just because for some limitation of some other use cases it could not do, like auto driving and other smart cities, all that. That means the speed is limited in that because it used to take to just to video download, it takes 50 milliseconds, 250 milliseconds, and so on. That was the reason the 4G has become. Now we have to go for 5G as the volume of data and the people users have increased. So that is the reason. So the infra to handle several billions of network devices, you want to and make energy efficient, then the 4G was not able to take that. So this was the one need. Another thing is, whenever you are doing downloading some video or something, suppose you are downloading some cricket match from somewhere, you need a larger additional bandwidth, which was not possible with the 4G. And because of the higher frequency millimeter wave technology, 5G is able to meet that, support those things. So that is another one more reason for the reason. And similarly, augmented reality, virtual reality, that gaming and other video industrial applications, they need less time, not 50 milliseconds, it needs 1 millisecond. I'll tell you one example. Suppose if you're moving on a car and we drive, suppose human drives, the human brain reacts, something comes obstruction, they reacts 290 milliseconds it takes to react. Whereas you see this, the fifth generation technology responds in 1 millisecond. That is the reason now without driver, the future cars will be autonomous cars. That is known as that means that the transfer, the data transferred from point A to point B, how much it takes, that is known as the latency time, and the time taken for the traveling faster. So now that is reduced to, in fact, the target for the fifth generation is 1 millisecond, but in practice they have only reached up to 10 milliseconds. That means 5 times less than what it is in with the 4G. And also there is a lot of pressure on the network operators to upgrade their networks continuously to meet the large number of mobile users and large number of mobile data traffic, and also to reduce their operational expenses. So there is a need for this 5G networks to be implemented, and also there is an opportunity for new revenue generation by these new applications and new facilities, and also to address the technology needs of some of the emerging use cases that are not supported by 4G earlier. And what is the understanding the 5G technology? Actually, after a lot of years of research and innovation and collaboration efforts by different stakeholders like telecom companies and technology leaders and other regulatory bodies all put together, they have developed some promises from and expected from the 5G technology, that is enhanced data transfer speeds. That means the 5G, which actually transfers the data at gigabytes per second. Now, as of now, it reached up to 20 gigabytes per second, whereas in 4G it was 1 to 10 gigabytes. You must have seen earlier in evaluation we have written there 10 gigabytes. Now that means it is much faster than that, and also very quick in downloading any video or any streaming or any game, all those things. And that is another one advantage of this means understanding the 5G technology, why it is. And the low latency, which I have already explained how, that means the delay in transmission earlier was 50 milliseconds to 80 milliseconds. Today in India, we are yet to reach 50 milliseconds even. With 4G, we are able to reach 80 milliseconds only. But once this 5G comes, it comes to 1 millisecond is the expected target, but up to 5 milliseconds it is being worked, because they are yet to deploy the pure 5G infrastructure, which is not yet done. All the Jio and Adani's and Airtel, what they are doing is the existing 4G infrastructure is actually migrated through adding the new radio modules and converting into the 5G. And one multi-radio access technology is used. By using that technology, and they are able to do dual operation, means dual connectivity. But sometimes it acts as a 4G, sometimes it acts as a 5G. It cannot take, because as the number of users increases, it cannot take the load. And hence you must have seen your mobile, it appears and scroll in 5G, but suddenly it goes back to 4G or some H like that. So that means it's not able to take the load, then, which is known actually non-standalone. And standalone 5G infrastructure equipment or the base station are under manufacturing. And I think by 2026, it will be totally implemented even in India. And massive connectivity, that is, it is also designed with a large number of IoT devices, billions of devices, sensors, machines. All that is possible with this, so smart city and industrial automation and other IoT applications are possible. Now you see what are the capabilities from this diagram. We have 5G capabilities. We have been talking about enhanced mobile broadband, massive Internet of Things, and mission critical. All these are the actually applications, but these applications are associated with, you see what are its 5G is enabling aspects when the first is spectrum. The spectrum is 3 types of there on actually all these years up to in the 4G, we are using from 600 megahertz to up to 6 gigahertz only. That is known as sub 6. That means it is low band, mid band, and high band. And 5G, the greatest this thing is 5G is able to use millimeter wave technology. Anyway, that comes in the next slides. And the spectrum is divided into 3. The spectrum which is less than 1 gigahertz is known as unlicensed. That means its license is not required, and anybody can they can operate within that. If somebody wants higher frequency, faster speeds, they need to buy the spectrum, and they need to have the private networks, and for that is a license is required. Otherwise, below sub 6 gigabands is all unlicensed spectrum only. And now new radio, that is another technology, was added to the core network and the 4G from the 4G to the 5G technology, and that is which is the transmitting the radio signal through the massive MIMO, multi-input, multi-output antenna. That means this antenna is a large number of antennas are put together into one, and then it is operated. So it gives a more and more. Of course, small cell technology is required, because as the antennas increases and as the frequency increases, the bandwidth reduces, the wavelength reduces, hence the signal carrying or from one place to other traveling distance will be reduced. To have that coverage, you need to put more and more small base stations, which are known as small cells. And then the accessibility, there you can use one is a cloud radio access network. And then what I was saying, multi radio access technology, that is to keep both 4G and 5G together and operate in a dual connectivity and multi-edge computing, where the accessibility of these are the where actually this comes in the later stage when the safety point comes, how the authentications, all that this multi-edge computing is being used there, and the core network where it is written as a NFV, network function virtualization, and SDN is software developed networking. And these are the basic architectures in the core network which is used. And management, MANO is management and network orchestration, which is nothing is a framework decided by the network function virtualization. Actually, for dynamic management of network slices, when the network slicing is done, one physical network acts as so many virtual networks, and to control and manage them. And this MANO is the another hardware is being used, and the new architecture into the 5G technologies. And similarly, you see here the extreme data rates, multi-gigabytes. We have seen more than 20 gigabytes this thing, where ultra high definition virtual reality is required, and uniform user experience, that is at least 100 megabytes per second everywhere, not impacting the quality of service or quality of experience. Actually, what happens till now, 4G, we are having, you have seen the first slide where introduction is there. There are two antennas, 4G and 5G, where in the 4G, the entire radio signal, what was transmitted into the air, only into the omnidirection, that is 360 degree. From that signal, we pick the signal what we need. Means when we talk, our talk will go there, and when we receive the signal. And that is not one-to-one. It is thrown into the air and everybody uses. And suppose 100 user equipment, that is the mobiles are using at a time, the signal gets dropped because it is distributed. But whereas in 5G, it is not like that. It is one-to-one, is a directional. Because of the multi MIMO, that is antennas, there is a beam forming which is directional, and one from your mobile to the base station or the tower, and tower we are only, there is no other, nobody can access in between. And that's the reason your call will be 100% will be through whatever you receive, you also get the same signal here. There will not be any call drop or any disturbance or missing any of these things, the 5G, that is advantage. And 1 million high density means lot many, more than a million billions of per 1 square kilometer, more than million devices can be connected. And similarly, low energy, that is battery life increases. Suppose the battery, in the sense, not only your mobile, battery is also used at the base stations where the towers are there. That takes larger power draws because of the big antenna movement. And there, those things will be coming down. The life will increase of 10 years, more than 10 plus years. And then low bit rates and 10 feet for the bits of the per second. That is for monitoring network, the bits of the how much within 10 feet it is possible. And deep coverage to reach challenging locations like deep in forests and rural area, undercovered areas, all those things. And strong security. Now, this is the point for us, the critical communication, the government and financial trusted circuits is required, and ultra high reliability, that is less than 1 out of 100 only packets last needed for visual applications, and ultra low latency, that is as low as 1 millisecond. For example, in future, driverless car, that is autonomous driving, and also virtual reality, these things are possible. And now major applications already we touched that all the three before. Enhanced mobile brand that is mainly for high bandwidth demand service, especially high bandwidth where it is required virtual reality, gaming, online 4K videos, all these things. And when you talk about the machine-to-machine communications, there when you are talking those services for where high connect is. For example, now you are having a smart city. They are saying in Warangal is smart city, Jaipur is a smart city. How this smart city works? It is needed to be all the infra has to be together connected, and that it should have together it should function. If anything goes wrong, automatically the signal goes and they should take care. That is the high density requirements and also intelligent transport signaling and other things. That is the application. The next is ultra reliable low latency communication. This is mainly for delay sensitive services where internet of vehicles, then unmanned driving, unmanned aerial vehicles, all those things. And the same is shown in the form of diagram. And technical foundations for 5G technology. The technology actually built on several technical foundations that are different from the previous technologies. First and foremost is the 5G is possible because of millimeter wave technology. This technology, the why you may say, why this millimeter we should use? We have been using all this, why not continue that? But everything, not only that, Wi-Fi, your all other devices are also used in the same frequency, radio, everything, even radar, then navigational, these things. So that is already crowded. This is the frequency where less used in the, but only disadvantage is it starts from 30 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz. There's a range. But what but you can achieve faster and larger number of extremely high data rate. But what is the disadvantage is since the frequency goes up, the wavelength is inversely proportional is less. So you need to boost that wavelength or the bandwidth, what we call here in the terms of this one. And there you need to put small cells and with a dense network infrastructure. So the cost of the initial cost will go up. That is the reason. And also massive MIMO, that is already we said why it is required, and it's why because it's focusing the entire signal transmission to the user and user to this thing. That is the reason MIMO is technology is used. And network slicing, the slicing is as one single physical network. This will separately one slide itself will explain and go further. Potential applications, as we said, for smart cities, industrial automation, and also healthcare. In healthcare, high quality of videos are possible for the doctors to consultations. And when they do, if doctor from the London is consulting at Hyderabad, and Hyderabad doctor consulting somebody in Delhi or some other city in the world, so because of the 5G, the quality of videos will be very, very good, and hence the consultations will be foolproof, and remote surgeries are possible, and real-time patient monitoring is another advantage, and efficient healthcare services are possible. And autonomous vehicles, since it is a low latency and high bandwidth enables the vehicle to vehicle. That means when a vehicle is without driver, it is going on the road. Of course, is at 2. Now commercially it is do, but they are still under experimental and research modes only. And the vehicle to infrastructure communication. And this will be definitely will be a boon for road safety and also better traffic management and also intelligent transportation systems. And enhanced mobile broadband that will be blazing fast speeds, and thereby the mobile broadband users will motivated from them. And immersive experience, that is already we said, gaming, entertainment, all those things. And you can see here what are the, of course, the features of it. The 4G and 5G. The 5G is 1,000 times higher mobile data volume per area is being transmitted comparative to the previous generation. That is the advantage. Then 100 times the number of connected devices. Suppose earlier 1,000 devices are connected, now into another 100 times you can add. And similarly, the data also increased by 100 times. And battery life, we said already 10, that is 10 years battery life is there. And low power massive machine communications and 5 times reduced end-to-end latency. I have already told how that 50 milliseconds comes to 10 milliseconds. And that is what is shown in the diagram. And this is when 5G is added with the IoT, what are the use cases? And also, of course, this all everything same from here. The 4 points you need to remember: latency, reliability, connectivity. These three are because of the 5G, and capacity of the increases because by the integration of the 5G into the Internet of Things, and the use cases increase, and the requirements is, you are seeing here the 10 more than 10 gigabytes for peak for the data rates, and around 10 lakh devices. That is already we said 1 million devices for 1 square kilometer, and also similarly ultra low cost for the massive machine communications. Battery already covered, and traffic management is a 10,000 times more than what was earlier, and 100 megabytes for whenever it is needed readily. There is a latency is available, and 1 millisecond latency, and ultra reliability, that is next year. And energy also is highly, the consumption is very reliable, and zero mobility interruption. Now you see the network slicing I left in the previous slide. Why? Because this is the network slicing looks like. See, a single physical network, when signal is given, you can see here one is known as C plane and the user U plane. C plane is the control plane which manages entire the transmission of different frequencies at a time going through the single physical network, but virtually they are divided and being controlled by the C plane, and user plane is the user plane does the refers to the part of network responsible for data transfer, and to achieve low latency this user plane will work and also isolate the user traffic. The traffic in the network channel will be slices. Here we call it as a slice. Each slice will be separated or isolated, and then for different network slices. And similarly, you can see the left side mobile broadband and automotive massive IoT. It means in the single one, this one you can see from bottom, 5G slide is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 like that. That means with one single slide, actually, you can say single slice as a single network, which itself gets the split into different virtual this one for the customization. That is the advantage of that is the this network slicing technology it provides and allows the telecom operators to create multiple virtual networks in a single physical network infrastructure, and this gives an offer of customized service for different types of users and different applications. And it is actually tailored services, enhanced quality of service, improved user experience, and the challenges with this is since the network security itself is a big challenge, as each slice is unique and needs each slice again security in the virtual this thing requirement. There is a chance for hacking any of these slice, and thereby the security is also important. Is this challenge? And the scaling factor associated with this network slicing also enter billions of potential new attack vectors. That means a new hacking is possible in this. And of course, how it is countered will be coming in the future slides. Now the point has come, digital safety, what is its importance and what are the challenges in India we are facing as of now. While both digital safety and digital security, both are, the aim of them is only to protect both the individual user as well as the organization when it is on the online world. So digital safety actually focuses on user well-being and also awareness and responsible online behavior. That is digital safety, what it focuses. And it's important, the importance of digital safety to help the individuals navigate the internet safely and avoid potential risks, like example is cyberbullying, scams, and exposure to harmful content, which is harmful content uh, unwanted content, which is actually I can simply say put as a bad content keep coming in the YouTube and other, which children cannot see. Even we sometimes we cannot see such type of abusive content will be there. So, and examples of this digital safety, understand the online privacy settings. You have to understand how you have to maintain the recognizing if phishing, somebody is trying to phishing the attempt, you must recognize it. Then practice safe communication online. And what is required only you talk, unwanted things should not be done on the communication line. Then know how to report this whenever there is cyberbullying or other harmful online activity. Something happens, suppose your account is being hacked or something, then you should know whom to report, how to report. That is what, how to online activities should be reported. And also you should be aware of what are the risks that is associated with sharing personal information online. Simply you should not share whatever personal information on the line. Is all you must have seen. Sometimes people land in trouble by sharing this personal information online. And digital security, it focuses on protecting data systems and also networks from any threat is there. From that, digital security will be. Our topic of here is digital safety, but however, the comparison, the importance for the digital security is to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of digital assets. Because why it is interconnected with the digital safety is this confidentiality, integrity, and other of the digital assets is also important. And its examples is implementing strong passwords and multi-factor authentication. Sometimes what happens, people simply write a RAM 1, 2, 3, 4. Is a common word. Even the people, they say many times the cyber, if you go any cyber security, undergo any course or anything, they always say, never is a weak. Even when we are trying to put our email some password, what it says, weak, okay, strong, very strong, like that. So we must put always very strong password. And they give their description that you use the digits and alphabets and then capital, all lowercase, all those things. That you must put a strong password so that implementing that will take care of it. And also regularly you should update the software and operating system. Whenever there is a software update comes, we must not postpone, you should do it. And similarly, you must protect the network and system from cyber attacks and ensure that data backups and disaster recovery plans are also as planned and kept. Then what are the government initiatives on this cyber security? And after the rollout of the 5G, and of course, this started even the rolling, the earlier itself it is there, Indian Computer Emergency Response, which is known as SET in short. It is a national agency, especially for any incident, immediate response. This is they respond, this team. And the monitoring also, they monitor also cyber threats and providing timely responses to cyber security incidents. Suppose some bank, somebody draws some amount, and if they report, they immediately act. This team will act. Such the cyber crime people will immediately refer to this team, and they track on this one. And whether you get it the money back or that is different, but they're very, very highly responsive, and and they come into the action immediately. And also another I4C is known as the Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center. This is another initiative by the government of India. It is established actually to enhance coordinated law enforcement response and also to the cyber crimes across the country. There is a coordination between the cybercrime stations and the law and enforcement law, all this law. Then, of course, the same thing, the SET is 24 hours by 7. The help desk is available, and you lodge even nowadays. If something happens, anything cyber, immediately there is a mail. You send a mail, immediately you get acknowledgement also, and it provides desk handle cyber security incidents and provide guidance also what best practices and mitigating how to mitigate these cyber risks also. And I4C to create a passive framework for law enforcement and effectively the digital threats, which is to be coordinated by the response to this cyber crime. And recently I attended the Shield 25. Of course, I missed on 18th, but I attended on 19th February, which was inaugurated by our Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana. And Telangana, of course, there is one SCSC, that is cyber security, something like that, Cyber Council, is actually under the Commissionerate of Cyberabad Police. In collaboration with them and some companies who are associated with the cyber security, conducted the Shield 2025 2 days conclave at HICC Hyderabad, and there they declared that Hyderabad is going to have here a digital security, separate digital security policy for them, and also cyber defense center they are going to open in Hyderabad. And what are the aspects of India's cyber security strategy during this 5G technology era? One is a national cyber security policy. It is a policy outlining the frameworks to protect the critical infrastructure and information in the digital space. And the cyber security awareness campaigns, the campaign that is nothing is promoting education and training the citizens and organizations to understand what are the threats likely and mitigate them so that damage will not be done. And then cyber security awareness campaign, that is education and training, data protection regulations, and robust data privacy laws to safeguard the user information. And also application security, the focus is put on securing software applications also used across various sectors of the industry, including those that they're going to leverage into the 5G technology. This application security is also this thing for the digital safety. And the network security, ensuring the integrity and resilience of the 5G networks by addressing potential vulnerabilities within the infrastructure. Because see, you're using a large number of base stations and small cells, all these things. Actually, more and more number of technologies are added because of the 5G's promises. And there is a various numerous points where the attacker has got the scope to enter, and these vulnerabilities have to be within the infrastructure also to be identified. And why is the need for enhanced security measures? So now you have to enhance the security measures. What it was earlier is not sufficient enough to meet the new challenges because of the 5G implementation of the 5G technology. And therefore, it is crucial to protect from the cyber threats, also data breaches and unauthorized access. And there will be measures like always strong password is one of the, and encryption, multi-factor authentication, regular updates, and
5 o'clock
robust
program
incident response plans to minimize.
మొత్తంగా రాలేదా?
Please mute your mic, please. To serve cybercrime and safeguarding sensitivity within the organization of the system. And what are the key reasons for enhanced security? One is prevent data breaches. First itself precaution and prevent it. Instead of opening this one being compromised, the hackers are on after reduce the sensitive data so that they should not get their hands into this. That is the prevent the data breaches within the organization or system. Then protect the customer trust and compliance with them, because when handling sensitive information like financial details and all, they like, for example, banking or finance fintech companies, they should protect, okay? And they should secure the sensitive information which belonging to their the transaction, financial transactions of their. This one should not be leaked to the others. That is the protect customer trust. Trust is there in the bank or the anything, any company, that should be kept maintained. And also compliance with the regulator, whatever the regulations that the security measures should be followed and should be compliant with that. And minimize financial loss and reputation damage to anybody. So for that, a data breach can result these losses. They should be, the company should comply with these regulations and improve the operational efficiency also. And then what are the examples of this enhanced security measures? What are the things? One is encryption, that's scrambling sensitive data to prevent unauthorized access. Two-factor authentication requiring an additional verification step beyond just a password or logins. Firewalls, you must be seen even whenever we work out, the firewalls comes where the especially in you do financial transactions, filtering network traffic to block malicious connections, and access controls, limiting user access to authorized areas and data based on the permissions, and vulnerability management, scan the systems regularly, and so that the vulnerabilities and patching them will be promptly done. And then IDS, that is intrusion detection systems, monitoring network activity for any suspicious behavior and potential threats if it is suspicious. And employee security training, educating employees about cybersecurity best practices to prevent any human error in that. Now, 5G's contribution to digital safety. One is 5G and cyber security framework. When you take your 5G security architecture, there is a service-based architecture is known as SBA, with the cloud-based technologies and network slicing and virtualization. All this put together along with the structure is architecture is made in such a way it will protect the network architecture from any cyber threats. Is there inbuilt in the 5G networks. In addition to that, still you need to take care of it. Sorry. And next is AI, because each again will come one by one. I think I'll go into this one. Here the major aspects contribution digitally, authentication and authorization. In a robust user authentication process to verify, identifies and control access to network resources. Encryption is the data at all network layers to prevent eavesdropping or data tampering by anybody in the. And network slicing security, securing individual network slice also dedicated to specific use cases like industrial automation, because the slicing can be done many applications simultaneously, and one single network will act as different networks, means various networks like virtual networks. So there the possibility is there for any slip of security, there it should be applied. And similarly, zero trust approach, assuming all devices and connections are potentially, you should always suspect, like police person, when anybody you see, you will suspect like that. They should suspect and requiring a strict verification before granting any access. The system should not grant an access unless otherwise it is tested. And advanced threat detection and utilizing artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms to identify and respond to the sophisticated cyber threats in real time. And supply chain security also, wherever there is a supply chain, and all vetting of this, all hardware and software components used in the 5G network must be tested so that to mitigate the potential vulnerability. In the same way, how this other secure network architecture we were talking SBA.
First year already.
Yeah, network slicing allows enterprises to slice the network, smaller segments, and to improve. There is a virtualization that would normally run on the hardware. So hardware should be checked and kept and verified and updated timely. Cloud-based technology, they provide authentication, security, and session management. Similarly, multi-access edge computing, MEC, we must have seen earlier. It brings the cloud computing and storage capabilities closer to the users. And similarly, there are some security protocols. I think a lot of slides are still pending. I would run through it. Time is running. Then artificial intelligence driven threat detection. This is the, in future, actually, it is one of the best method technique that is being used, measures for the countering these threats. And how it works is it analyzes any network traffic, user and the user behavior, and it then also identifies if any unusual patterns, if it anomalies it detects, it recognizes signs of hacking, malware functions, or infections and data breaches, and then provides real-time alerts to the cybersecurity teams so that they take care and integrates with the existing security solutions. This is the benefit is it reduces the risk of extensive damage, speeds up responsive times, improves accuracy by reducing false positives, and helps security teams focus on real threats. And the examples of artificial intelligence AI-driven threat detection is anomaly detection, that is uses AI to identify unusual behavior, intrusion detection systems, that is monitor network traffic for suspicious activities of any organization or person, intrusion prevention systems which work with ideas to block and prevent identified threats. If any suspicious activity is identified, it will automatically block this one so that the further information damage is not be done. And the future of AI-driven threat detection, it increased automation and enhanced collaboration with especially AI and the human analysis, and also a proactive threat hunting will be the possible with this technology. And the end-to-end encryption, and famously known as E2EE, it uses two keys, public and private keys, to encrypt and decrypt messages. The public key is stored on a server and used to encrypt messages. The private key is kept with the recipient's device. Only the recipient's private key can decrypt the message, and where it is used, messaging apps like WhatsApp, Signal, Telegram, email services like Proton Mail and Proton Mail, Google Messages, Facebook Messenger, Instagram. And what are the benefits out of end-to-end encryption? It protects information in transmit and also on servers, prevents unauthorized access to message and calls, keeps data secure from internet service providers, hackers, and other entities. And also there is a provision you can verify E2E in some messaging apps by checking its QR code and also 60-digit number. And this is another example of E2E. You will definitely better understand this. You see here, server is having two keys, and there are two persons, Bob and Elias. Of course, I have taken from one of the company's site. server, two keys are there. This is the example for that end-to-end encryption. Let us take an example of this, and who wants to exchange? Suppose now Elias want to exchange a message with the Bob, and Bob want to write a message to the Elias. How this enter? So the public, as we said, the public key is in the server. These the two keys you are seeing on the screen are in the server, and the private key are with them. Means their personal is given to them or stored on their device. Means like my system is there, my system, my private key is stored. So whenever I want, suppose the Bob is sending one message, email, he writes to Elias on the computer. What he needs, he takes the public key from the Elias, and then Elias it will be written, and then it will be sent to through the encrypted, and encryption is done because the server key and his key both will be doing encryption, and the Elias, who is the recipient, now she uses her private key, and she also the public key of the Bob. She will download the message. That is how this information, which is encrypted by Bob or vice versa by the Elias, is it as it leaves one device to another device, it not decrypted, can be decrypted in between anywhere, and nobody in the middle. Either it should go to the finally recipient only can do it with his private key. It can't be done in between either by the internet service provider or some malicious actor or some hacker or somebody is listening to the internet or trying to penetrate any of the systems involved in this process cannot.
Brahmareddy garu.
Yes,
Sir,
please.
4:45, sir. We have another program at 5 o'clock, sir. Please.
No, another 55 will close.
సార్ లేదు మళ్ళీ మేము షట్ డౌన్ చేసి మళ్ళీ పెట్టాలి సార్ దానికి 5 minutes కావాలి మాకు ఓకే చూడండి ఎర్లీ ద బెటర్
Okay. Yeah, now this is the next 3 slides will be enhancing mobile network safety with 5G and advanced encryption techniques. There actually new radio encryption algorithm, new radio integrity algorithm. These two are put together and to verify the data authenticity and prevent tampering, and also advanced encryption standard, and that is usually 256-bit key is being used for high security of this one. Mutual authentication will be there, and secure roaming also, and subscriber, and then secure access control mechanisms. Earlier we have done for the 5G systems. Now we are doing for this is for the mobile. Almost some will be repetition of these things will be there. So here is authentication and key agreement, a standardized authentication protocol specifically designed for the 5th generation 5G is ensuring devices are verified before accessing the network. And protection extra. There is another one attack or the cyber thing is famously called is distributed denial of service. Means what is this? Nothing is a cyber crime in which the attacker floods a server with internet traffic to prevent users from accessing the connected online services and sites. So that means what happens? The servers gets slowed down or become completely inaccessible to the users. So that is the case you can see in the when passport go, we try for passport application filling and submission, it doesn't go. For agent, you will be able to do. So similar type of this thing. So then you see these are of course the time is saying another 6-7 slides are there. These are the how you see top 5 security concerns. The survey done by AT&T company. Of course, the larger attack surface area due to the massive increase in connectivity, because large number of connections are given now. I think now in India 90 crores people are having mobile connections. So that is 44% risk chance in the security risk concern. And similarly, all that coming, and there are many points. If you need, I already forwarded to Mr. Srikanth. I think you can take all this thing. And now in the financial sector, what is its impact of all these things if the safety measures are not taken? See, in future, what happens? Once the AI is integrated with the 5G, of course, 5G also won't take care of this ATM business. This is down the 2030. When the 6G comes into force, the bank nobody will be there other than an engineer and a technician. You need to go to there will be a robot ATM, and ATM will transact with you. It will talk to you. It will ask, and everything is done biometric, iris, and then your password, multi-factor authentication. It takes care, and banking transaction will be done for you by the machine itself. There won't be any human. So what are other public key 5G use cases for digital safety in India? Of course, there are, you have seen crowd monitoring. How Kumbh Mela, there is a big crowds of people have come. So the real-time analysis of crowd density and movement patterns during a large gatherings like festivals, like Kumbh Mela example, allowing for proactive crowd management and potential risk is also possible. That is crowd monitoring. Similarly, child safety tracking and using 5G enabled wearable to track children's location in real time, providing an added layer for the safety in the 5G systems. And disaster management, like landslides in HP and Uttarakhand, all these things can be monitored with once this 5G is fully launched. That is also safety for measure. And cyber security threat detection, of course, faster analysis of network traffic and other things. Critical infrastructure monitoring is possible. And emergency response systems, like now we had in SLBC in Srisalem that left canal some problem. This type of also will be future in advance. They will come to know that something is going to fall or something going to damage. So it should be taken. So facilitating faster response times will be there. And this is one advantage with the 5G technology. And what are the future trends and conclusion? In India, future trends in 5G and digital safety are expected to focus on extending 5G accessibility, rural areas, also prioritizing network security with AI-driven threat detection, robust data privacy regulations, increased adoption of secure authentication like biometrics, and strong focus on educating users about cyber hygiene, all while leveraging 5G's capabilities for critical sectors like healthcare and smart infrastructure. In fact, again, 5 o'clock is followed by State Center. If you get link, I think you can join. Anything is missed in this. I'm skipping everything. And there is a quantum safety, safe cryptography is nothing is the development of quantum resistant encryption to protect data from future cyber threats. And quantum safe cryptography is a way of protect data, communications, and access from quantum computing threats. Once quantum computing is in full use, then this is another future cyber security measure. And how it works is this simply known as QSC. It replaces actually now up to now we are using public key and private keys. In public key also there is a vulnerability of mathematical problems in that used in that. So that will be replaced by this, and this will totally take care of that. And also same is quantum safe cryptography will be implemented in software as well as hardware also. And for the both key agreement and digital signatures also this is used. And government and private sector collaborations for post quantum security is being done and that takes, and it is post-quantum cyber security is nothing, is another term for the quantum safety cryptography. And zero trust security models. What is zero trust security? The zero trust security, it uses strict identity verification for every account, person or device that requests network access irrespective of whether they are located inside or outside the boundaries of the network perimeter. Zero trust architecture is free from specific technologies, is simply a holistic approach towards maintaining network integrity. Anyway, I'll skip to the next, to the key zero trust principles. They are very, very important. Verify thoroughly. Anything you also give some access, you must verify thoroughly, grant least privileged access, and assume breach of the data. And building your own trust into your organization. This is how zero trust security model used by Stealth Labs is taken from the sources, Stealth Labs. They are using in their organization zero trust security model as of now. These are the 6 key elements that are connected: infrastructure, data, network, application, device, and it keep monitoring and doesn't give simple, doesn't believe anybody unless otherwise it is totally is end-to-end strategy. It is satisfied that is the right person. Even we also get sometimes asked, in addition to our 2 times your OTP and changing password, then on mobile also it will ask whether you are the same person.
Brahmareddy garu 453 sir.
అయిపోవచ్చండి.
Sir.
Only 2 slides and I don't rush it. Fiberization is one this thing. In India, we are actually up to 2022, only 22.11% is the telecom towers are fiberized. Because if they don't fiberize, the data leakage will be there, it will breach, and then there is a security problem as well as loss of the data also. So that is important, and compared to other countries, India is only, now we have reached at some 35, but India's idea is to increase this fiberization. Target is 70% by the year end of 2025. And you can see the private and public networks with 5G IoT. I think you can see, I don't now go and explain this. And 6G roadmap and next generation cyber security. 6G technology is expected to be available by 2030, providing truly omnipresent wireless intelligence, and it speeds almost 100 times faster than what 5G is there. And therefore, it will also impact the quality of service and quality of experience, which matches and transform economies and lives everywhere. And there will be a lot of expected job opportunities and also revenue generation. Once this happens, a lot of infrastructure can be saved by even we can we are only seeing, we are only seeing through the small camera. In future, when the metaverse is possible with the associate technologies of 7 technologies with the 5G, 5G or the 6G in the future. And what happens is you feel you're in the same place. Though we all are in different places, you feel as if you are at one place. And now I would like to conclude. The 5G technology is revolutionizing digital safety in India by enhancing actually cyber security, securing IoT devices, and enabling real-time threat detection, and adoption of zero trust security, and artificial AI-driven threat intelligence, and quantum resistant encryption. We already described it, will shape India's digital security landscape. And as India moves to of 5 trillion, a continuous innovation and collaboration between the government, industry, academia will be crucial to ensure digital safety through secure, resilient, and future-proof digital infrastructure. Thank you very much. But nothing is 5G is not just about speed; it is a fundamental enabler of a safer, smarter, and more secure digital India. Thank you all. Somebody is talking continuously. Please, sir, at least now is over. You can freely talk in your mobile. Thank you very much. Thank you all for patiently hearing. I hand over to the Honorary Secretary or Joint Honorary Secretary Karuna Kumar Garu for further proceed. Thank you very much.
Sir,
I
thank you, sir.
request Karna Kumar, sir.
Any
Sir,
questions you want to ask? 2 minutes, so I think already.
Sir, 4:57, sir. We have to start by 5.
Yeah, you can
Sir,
rejoin again another. That is also same problem. 20 minutes last, no?
Sir, we have to keep open, sir. This session we have to start by 4:58.
From
sir.
my side, free. If anybody want to give mail and my number, you can ask me questions on that.
Please, sir.
Sir, vote of thanks, Cheptara.
Vote of thanks, sir.
Hello.
I request Karna Kumar, sir, please give the vote of thanks.
Sir, good evening, sir. This is Karuna Kumar, Joint Secretary of the Kottaguda Local Center. It is a very thankful to the
Vote of thanks,
Honorable
sir.
Brahma. Hello.
I request Karna Kumar, sir, please give the vote of thanks.
Sir, voice inputs able to
Your voice
Sir,
okay,
good
please.
evening, sir.
Clear,
This is
clear,
Karuna
sir.
Kumar,
Please go ahead. Clear.
Joint Secretary of the Kottaguda Local Center. It is a very thankful to the
Vote of thanks,
Honorable
sir.
Brahma. Hello.
I request Karna Kumar, sir, please give the vote of thanks.
Sir, voice inputs able to
Your voice
Sir,
okay,
good
please.
evening.
Please.
వినపడుతుంది సార్. Clear.
Right. Sir, today topic is the very excellent topics. Hello.
I request Karna Kumar, sir, please give the vote of
Informatic
thanks.
voice inputs able to
Your voice
Sir,
okay,
good
please.
evening.
Please conclude, sir.
వినపడుతుంది సార్. Clear.
Right.
Sir, it is a very informative and very useful for the student community.
Today
as well
topic
as
is the very excellent topics. Hello.
I request Karna Kumar, sir, please give the vote of
Informatic
thanks.
voice
Please cast
inputs
vote of thanks quickly.
able to
Your voice
Sir,
okay,
good
please.
evening.
Please conclude, sir.
వినపడుతుంది సార్. Clear.
I thanks to the
Right.
Hyderabad.
It is a
State
very
Center
informative
giving good
and
opportunity.
very useful
for the student community. as
Today
well as
topic is the very excellent topics. Hello.
I request Karna Kumar, sir, please give the vote of
Informatic
thanks.
voice
Please cast
inputs
vote of thanks quickly.
a good topic today.
able to
Your voice okay,
Good
please.
evening.
Please conclude, sir.
Thank you very much.
వినపడుతుంది సార్.
Thank you very
Clear.
much, sir. I thanks to the
Right.
Hyderabad.
It is a
State
very
Center
informative
giving good
and
opportunity.
very useful
for the student community. as
Today
well as
topic is
Something is a problem. Sir, I think some technical problem is there.
సార్ క్యారీ ఆన్ వస్తుంది సార్ చెప్పండి.
Sir, I thank Brahma Reddy sir for giving a wonderful lecture on today's topic with a short period of notice. I am very much thankful to Telangana State IEA State Center Chairman and Honorary Secretary